Welcome back to Goshen Prepping, everybody. If you know me, if anybody knows me, they know that when it comes to things in my life, I'm all about trying to create and develop and keep to positive habits. How about you? I mean, everything in my life positive anyway. I really try to instill positiveness in my students and my friends and my family. Always uplift, always make somebody better off than they were before. But that's actually something I do for myself too. Always positive. And with that, I need to ditch my bad habits. But we do have them. Everybody has them. And even though when you ditch it, you'll find like a year later, it's back again. That's how they are. They kind of like rear back up and you're like, oh, darn it, I thought I got rid of you. But the key is when you find a positive habit, something that works well, do your best to try to get that habit into your life, which usually takes about 28 days is actually a good number. Sometimes like every day practicing it. And after that becomes habit. And at the same time, when you find a bad habit, try to get rid of it. And isn't that life? We try to continuously tweak and make our life better, one little step at a time. But it'll build you up, your family up, your life, your job, your friendships, your relationships, all those things will become better over time. And you know what? I think I'm preaching to the choir because the majority of the people on this channel are on the older persuasion. And we've had those life experiences of trying to instill better habits in ourselves and our kids, and for a lot of you, also your grandkids. And I hope it's working out for you. But the thing is, basic habits you might want to add to your life, we're always about tweaking, and that's the key. You're not going to be simply given, okay, do these 5 habits and they'll be rich. People want to think that's going to be the case for you, but it's not. But when it comes to preparedness, there's certain habits you want to have that's going to work well and literally can save your life. So let's go through a few of these. And listen, some of these you may already do. So keep a checklist for me and let me know. Yeah, I have that habit. I do that every single day. And other ones, well, maybe will be more just helpful throughout the day. All right, number 1, first off, I'm not kidding you, have a to-do list. Have a to-do list. Right here on my empty desk, it's empty because I keep my to-do list right here. I have a dry erase board that my wife Ashley bought me years ago, and I keep all my to-dos. First thing I get up in the morning, as I'm waking up, have a little bit of caffeine, I do my checklist for the day. Writing it down and having a list in front of you helps you be more successful in anything you do. And we're not simply just talking about jobs and money, although that comes in too. Successful in life. It's the people who get the things done are the ones who succeed, period. And that's one of the biggest things I really instill in my kids, because you'll find that 2 people are trying to accomplish the same goal. We have life get in the way, fatigue get in the way, other things get in the way, and this person will be like, forget it. While this person will succeed simply because they keep on it, and to-do lists are great for that. Hopefully you have a to-do list. Number 2, find what you use all the time. All the time. This is a great habit. Let's say that you love corned beef hash. We all do. And you find the corned beef hash that you eat all the time, every single day. I like corned beef hash, but it's not an everyday thing for me by any means, especially with the carbs on it. But let's say that you love it. That is your favorite thing. Now, right now, think about what your love thing is that you love to buy. What canned food do you love? In fact, put in the comments below. What is your number 1 canned food that you love more than anything else? Then you go to the store, and guess what? That canned food is on sale. My corned beef hash, wow, for some reason, it's only 50 cents a can. I'm taking it all, maybe not all of it, but a lot of it, because you want to make sure that you buy the things that you use all the time and keep a lot of it in stock. Because if you're only going to use it later on and you buy it at regular price, you just now pay like twice as much. Not to mention inflation, maybe you'll pay 3 times as much next year. So whenever you find something you're guaranteed to use all the time, buy extra, whatever that might be. Number 3, specifically for preparedness. Think about this. When it comes to not necessarily huge crap hits the fan, because that's not going to help, but just general preparedness, maybe a disaster or something happening, make sure your gas tank's always at least half full. At least half full. It helps out tremendously in so many ways. Once you develop that habit, talk to my wife because she does not do this. Shh. I'm not going to talk bad about my wife, but I'm always like, you're down to a quarter of a tank. What are you doing? Keep it half full. I say that a little tongue in cheek. Number 4, wherever you go, anywhere you go, always know 2 ways out. This is a habit you need to develop, by the way. You're not going to instinctively say, oh, look, where are the exits? I'm talking about, obviously, and you go into a building, you want to find the exits, but we're talking about like a park, a stadium, wherever you are, just know the exits. In the airplane, know where the exits are. Do you realize that in a lot of the airplane crashes, major airlines, when they crash, the people still survive? But the people who die, which is most of them, usually succumb to smoke inhalation or fire. And that's why the flight attendants are always like, your exits are found on either side, because they know if you survive, that's your best bet of surviving and not dying because of the smoke inhalation. Always know your exits. Number 5, keep things with you for everyday carry. And I'll be the first to tell you that sometimes everyday carry gets to be a pain in the tushy tush. Okay, let's say you're going to the beach. I don't want to carry my giant bat belt full of utility stuff with me when I go to the beach. Nothing wrong with having a little pack next to you. But you need to develop a habit of, practically speaking, wherever you go, you keep, like I like to keep a knife, I keep a weapon, I keep a flashlight, I keep a bunch of things with me, a whole bunch of stuff. I've done a whole video about this, by the way, in the past. Sooner or later, you'll need it. And when it comes to the weapon part of it, I'll tell you right now, you don't want to be caught without that. If you get caught without a flashlight, it's a pain. Your phone can flashlight for you a little bit. It does pretty well. But without a weapon, it may cost you your life. So start developing that habit. Next habit, always keep a little bit of cash in your wallet. For me, by the way, the reason I do that, the biggest reason I actually keep cash in my wallet is because of yard sales, garage sales, etc. Because they don't take credit cards. And I do use credit cards for points, by the way, but cash is always good to have around in case you need to buy something really cheap, especially when it comes to preparedness. You'll never know what you come across. Number 7, so important, so important. Both my wife, Ashley, and I together do this every single month. We budget. We budget spending, we budget everything. We want to make sure we know where our money's going. Maybe we're putting too much into this direction, whatever the case may be. And we keep track, because if not, your money just disappears. And if you don't budget, how about this? If you do budget and you start budgeting, you realize, wow, my money was just disappearing. Put in the comments below, have you come across that? So make sure you budget out. Years ago, Ashley and I, when everything was paid for cash, we would literally take envelopes and we'd be like, we want this much money for entertainment, like date night. We want this much money to go toward this and this and this. And we'd actually put in the envelopes, and the envelope was empty. There's no more date nights on that month. It worked out really well. Have you ever done that before? Number 8, before you leave your house for the day, wherever you're going, whatever you're going to do, have a plan. Have a plan. Know where you're going to go. Because if not, it guaranteed is going to lead to unwanted spending. You'll go somewhere and you're like, oh, this isn't part of the plan, but let's go there. And oh, look, I found all these clothes. And you get home and you're like, why'd I buy these? I have clothes. It leads to sidetracks. It leads to eating out more. It leads to wasted time, is actually one of the biggest ones. And of course, time is one of our greatest assets that we have. Number 9, keep your face out of your phone. So important. And when you have to check your phone on occasion, that's fine. When I need to check my phone, I always look at my surroundings, make sure nothing's coming in. I check my phone, do what I need to. Even like look around, check my phone, put it away. Just put it away. Look, again, our age, we're older. We went through a majority of our life without having a phone. Why is it now we feel like we need to? But it's dangerous, as things are actually more dangerous out there now than they used to be. At least I think that's anyway. Having your situational awareness, develop a habit of just not being on your phone all the time. But I want you to understand, social media and phones is designed to get you to stay on there all the time. You keep coming back to it. So unhealthy and so bad for you. And if you do have kids, grandkids, it's a bad example for them too. Finally, number 10, find those things that benefit you. Find those things that make you better. Find those things that make you grow and challenge you. And schedule them. Literally schedule them every single day. It could be like, maybe you're trying to get into fitness or exercise. Maybe you're wanting to read more. That's always good. Maybe you want to spend more time with your family. I know this sounds really weird and corny, but pencil out and say at least 3 times a day for this many times, I want to spend time with whomever. It's important you do this. You schedule to keep your appointment at the doctor. You have a schedule to take your car for maintenance. Why wouldn't you schedule time with your family? The most important thing you have in your life. Think about that. It could be a spouse. It could be distant relatives, either way. So always make that time for the good stuff that makes your life, better. The good stuff is what we want. And that's why we live, by the way. We don't live for survival in a bunker. We live for that good stuff of spending time. And we want to make sure we get rid of that bad stuff instead of simply just automatically doing those things. Preparedness is simple, guys. It's built through habits, not shopping, not watching YouTube. It's developing good habits. So comments below, I want to see your answers. What are some habits that you're trying to develop right now? For me, because I'm doing so many things in my life right now, I'm trying to develop a habit of getting up earlier, having some quick caffeine and jumping right into work, but also have that habit. Literally, I was talking to my 5-year-old today, habit of purposely taking time off and spending time with my kids and my wife too. Put in the comments below, what are you working on? Because habits are not just simply going to happen automatically. You must work at them and develop them to make yourself a better person, have a better life. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time.